What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. So I do have some good news, and I also have some I'd say moderate news, no bad news at the moment right now. But in regards to the good news, the S&P 500 actually managed to close on a positive, which is definitely a good sign for the possibility of not only seeing the S&P 500 start to recover, hey, maybe we found the bottom, but it's also a sign that maybe this can also inject volume into the cryptocurrency market, and maybe we'll start to see the cryptos start to float up a little bit higher. As you guys can see, for the most part, and I'm just going to jump to the weekly on the S&P 500, giving you a quick recap. The price level we retested a couple of weeks ago was bottom support at 3,500 points, 3,550 to be exact. And as you guys can see, that bar is right here. This price floor is exactly where we originally broke through our top resistance for the first time like ever and managed to start the 2021 bull run. Like, breaking this resistance here caused the major overinflation market that we're starting to see. So here we are bouncing off that in a more neutral level. So keep in mind, what was overbought years ago or 2 years ago is now considered neutral 2 years later. So keep that in mind. We were overbought at this level right here 2 years ago because of where this ascending fractal leads us to. The original area where we retested resistance here was overbought, and here we are in neutral, almost in the middle of the ascending fractal, and that's why it's good that we've recovered, even if it's back down to what was previously all-time highs. As you guys know, back in 2020, when we retested this resistance right here, November 16th of 2020, this was all-time highs for the market. It's currently nowhere near all-time highs, but what was once its all-time high major resistance, retesting top resistance, is now bottom support, retesting oversold. So no longer are we overbought, we're now nearing oversold. So it's good that we flipped this market like that, and that we've now managed to become oversold in the middle of the markets here, because that gives the markets more leverage to move back to the upside here. And you can see the next time will be ideally at all-time highs that we've seen here, brings us into 2025, which I know is 3 years away, but the stock market is a slow recovery. And if you've been dollar cost averaging on the way down here, you might have been able to lower your break-even point. Maybe it's right here, when we retested top resistance 4,300 points at August 15th of 2022, you can see that all-time high breaking even would be closer to, September of 2023. So it saves you 2 years by dollar cost averaging, which is what we've been doing over the past couple of months here, which is exciting. So we'll see what happens, and I'll obviously update you guys on my second channel. Now, we have to keep that in mind as for these other cryptos that haven't seen much movement yet, but I'm hoping that the stock market opens up today in a positive, and we can actually start to see a recovery here and start to reverse up, and that will influence these other major cryptos. Now, today's video is sponsored by Magiccraft, a continued sponsor here on the channel. For those that don't know exactly what Magiccraft is, they are an exciting multiplayer PvP MOBA, or multiplayer online battle action blockchain game on Binance Smart Chain, and you can take part in a fast-moving single-player or multiplayer battles, and you can earn through their in-game mcrt cryptocurrency as well as their NFTs, which is super cool. So imagine all those games like Fortnite and all the other games like World of Warcraft, where you'd have to buy these characters in game, and that was it. You were locked into this game. This allows you to not only earn real cryptocurrency, but you can actually get your character is an NFT, which holds value, which can be sold on a market, what is it called? On the external market, the external game market outside of Magiccraft, which is also really cool. Or even if it is within the marketplace on Magiccraft, it's actual real transfers and real ownership, which is awesome. So with that all being said, more information about Magiccraft will be at the end of today's video. Make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, super quick before we dive into today's video, I don't know why this hasn't updated, but there is quite a bit of views on this video here. I don't know why it says no views, but I did drop a video on my second channel. Feel free to check it out. Link down in the description. It's about the 10 highest paying jobs you can do without college or high school. So let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. I'm sure it's not entertaining to some people here because you guys probably all have jobs. So I am working on videos that, might be of interest to you guys. So keep that in mind. But moving forward here, you can see top 10 cryptocurrencies. Everything seems to be consolidating. For the most part here, everything is pretty much much flatlined out. It's as if we're waiting for movement to come. And that's pretty much how we've been for the past couple of months. We've been waiting for volume to inject into this market here. And hopefully today's the day where we actually start to see that. The markets are down 0.5% and really haven't been moving even over the past, week. The past 7 days, Bitcoin has been down 1.3%. You have BNB down 0.1. XRP is down 4.7. Cardano's down 2%. Really, most of these cryptos are pretty much flatlined, at least the major ones here. And you can see XRP is yet again retesting its major support level. This is something we pretty much figured out, that after retesting this top area here, becoming near overbought, we then started to consolidate back down. And as you guys can see, we've come back down as expected to bottom support. But we are still yet again above major resistance, which is a very, very, very good thing for XRP. The goal now is that we can start to trend outside of this downtrend here, stay away from this resistance, and that pretty much ends today. After today, we're going to start to see prices start to trend outwards here, and hopefully we can start to trend upwards. If not, then we have it now. But ideally, this separates us away from this resistance, and we end up breaking outside a major descending triangle on XRP, which allows us to start to progressively swing to the upside here. No bull market yet, keep that in mind, but it does enter an uncertainty period, which allows us to reverse upwards. Same thing applies itself with Ethereum. We've been tracking Ethereum for a while here, and this was a positive break in direction here, and it was an opportunity to buy in and leverage using Bityard. As you guys remember, Bityard, which now logged me out, you can use to leverage trade all the cryptos. Link also is down in the description below. But as you guys can see here, going back to Ethereum, you can see the fact is that we've been trending since September. We had all of September, all of October, pretty much the end of October, inside this symmetrical triangle where we've had a downtrend and an uptrend here, creating higher lows and creating lower highs, where the top resistance gets lower each time and the bottom support gets higher each time, meeting in the middle here, and obviously deciding whether we're going to break bullish or bearish. We broke bullish, which is confirmed right here, not only above this downtrend here, but above this downtrend too. So this is extremely good news here. And ideally, this is now going to allow us to run up. I believe target's going to be 1,500. We do have a trade, or I do have a trade entered on here since we closed yesterday. We're slightly down, but we do have stop loss a little bit lower here just in case. But I do believe strongly that we're going to start to slowly move to the upside here, which is pretty exciting. Same thing goes with these other cryptocurrencies that have pretty much been trending flat for a very, very long time. You can see Bitcoin as well has pretty much done nothing but trend sideways within this sideways channel here, retesting resistance a few times on bottom support. Sorry, retesting the price floor a few times, the support level here. But here we are again, trending sideways for the most part. So ideally what we're looking for is a break in this direction too. And the goal is that the S&P will allow us to move ourselves in the positive direction here, bringing us up to targets closer to about 21K. So we have XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, which all seem to be getting ready for a bullish run. Obviously, this is all dependent on the S&P 500. That's truly what we're waiting on right now. But I do strongly believe we could be near a soft landing. I don't know if it's possible. It's one of two things are going to happen. But I do believe most of this headache is over with here. The lowest point I can see us going to is this level here. Currently, since we've fallen, we're down a total of, let's see, from the top, we're down, the lowest we've been is actually 27%, but we closed at 25%. The lowest I believe we could fall to is 32%, giving us 7% lower to go. So we've pretty much nailed 85-90% of this downtrend here, and I don't believe there's going to be much more before we can start to recover here. I don't think we're going to have a bullish rally like we saw before, but it's at least going to allow us to start to, consolidate back to the upside. So maybe we do something like this, where we kind of consolidate like we've done in the past here, where we kind of float in the middle. You can see, I'll just pull that up. We kind of float in the middle here and trend back to the top here. So ideally something along these patterns, slowly moving us to the upside here, which I do strongly believe is going to happen. And if this isn't the bottom is very, very, very close. But hopefully that's it. Obviously I could be wrong. I really don't believe that with everything going on right now that we could see a major dump like this. I just think it's very, very, very unreasonable to see crashes like that, which don't happen that often. These happen once every 7 years. And because we just had one, it's hard to believe that we're going to see that happen again in the markets here. I think right now we're probably looking for more of a healthy consolidative style market that slowly swings us back to the upside. But that's really where my head's at. And I think that's overall going to help move the rest of the cryptocurrencies. But at that point, everything's pretty much up in the air. Only time will tell at this point here, but I do strongly believe that we are going to start to consolidate back up, especially on the daily here, back to maybe levels as high as this, and then we can start to see movement happen within the cryptocurrencies. But with that being said, I do want to talk a little bit more about Magiccraft with you, though. I want to give a huge shout out to Magiccraft for sponsoring another one of our episodes. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, Magiccraft is a massive war and conquest play-to-earn multiplayer game which launched on Binance Smart Chain. Now, the platform aims to kind of disrupt the existing game makers like World of Warcraft and Mobile Legends by providing creators true ownership of their creations as non-fungible tokens and rewarding their participation with their utility token mcrt. Now, players can team up with each other and build clans to fight other clans on the platform. And then in the Magiccraft world, there are powerful castles built by the elders. And as you play, you collect character as you level up in the game, and you are then free to trade these collectibles in the NFT marketplace, as well as exchange them for the mcrt token. Now, in recent news, Magiccraft and mcrt are pleased to announce that they are taking part in Bybit's Buy Vote competition. Now, this competition is part of a regular series by Bybit where 3 cryptocurrency projects face off against each other. And all you do is just choose the listing you want, cast a vote, and win the airdrop. It's literally that easy. Now, the project with the most votes obviously wins the listing in the airdrop. Magiccraft's mcrt is then scheduled for their voting round on October 27th, which is only a few days away. Now, winning this competition will result in a listing by Bybit for mcrt, which will be another epic step in the growth of their game, token, community, and project as a whole. Now, what's cooler is by participating, not only do you help mcrt's progress, you can also take part in a prize pool of $120,000 worth of mcrt token. Now, the winner of this buy vote round will be announced on October 28th, 3 a.m. UTC, not Eastern Standard Time, UTC, so you have to look up the transition. Now, if mcrt and Magiccraft win, these tokens will be distributed among all users who voted for Magiccraft to their Bybit spot balances, and distribution will occur right after the voting ends. Now, Magiccraft's timeline for the competition will start with a warm-up at 8 a.m. UTC on October 24th to the 26th. Snapshots will then be taken at the end of the 26th, and then voting will take place at 3 a.m. UTC on the 27th until 3 a.m. on the 28th. Now, lastly, their airdrop will be at 3 a.m. UTC on the 28th until 7 a.m. the same day. Moving on, Magiccraft has also just launched their beta program, which is super cool, and to reward their most loyal supporters of the mcrt and Magiccraft, access to this closed public beta is exclusively for followers who hold their NFTs and mcrt tokens. And finally, those who have waited can enjoy epic battles with Magiccraft warriors. Now, Magiccraft's marketplace has also been updated and now supports auction sales of NFTs in 2 formats. You can now create, define, and even cancel an auction style listing for your NFT or NFTs. Now, whether you choose to participate in Magiccraft, they will still continue to work hard so that everyone has had a chance to partake in their adventure. And as you can see by their coin listing on CMC, they are doing quite well, unlike others through this bear market. Now, if you do, however, decide to participate or at least want to check out what Magiccraft is about, then make sure to check out the links in the description of today's video. Otherwise, shout out to Magiccraft for sponsoring today's episode. Make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.